Hello everyone. I know I don't show the trucks here on YouTube, but I do show them on Facebook and Instagram on my business. And so I thought I might as well make a step-by-step tutorial on how I make these. Because I really don't know anymore. I kind of just want to. I'm bored. So what you're gonna need is a truck. I'm using these three. A screwdriver, and then paint markers of your choice. What you're gonna want to do first is more so, I'm gonna do two in this, and then I'm gonna do the other one off screen. What you're gonna want to do is unscrew them and get the body off. It's hard to do this with gloves on. I have to take the gloves off. This is for like the ones with a black chassis, or more so ones with a blue or green or different colored chassis, such as Gravedigger, Thunderbird, Captain's Carrier, so on and so forth. But on the ones that are like that, for like Gravedigger, Thunderbird, so on and so forth, you're gonna need to paint the shocks black if the real truck has the shocks being black. Because there are some trucks out there that I have like a black roll cage and then different color shock covers right there. But for the ones that I have up here, they're all just simply black. Alright. And then if needed, because for certain trucks, if you don't have, here's a few other things that I will use. Every now and then, and like for these ones, I will use paintbrushes. And then for the inner rim, I will use Timeless Gray Apple Barrel paint. So and then I just use an ice tray that I found at Dollar General for holding the paint, because I couldn't find where are my tweezers at? I couldn't find a genuine paint tray, and so I kind of just used this. So I'm just going to take out the paint that I have in here already, because it's been in here for a few days. So yeah, so the colors you're gonna need for this one, let me move those out of the way, of paint markers is going to be silver, black, just in case you mess up on here a little bit, you can go back and fix it, and then like a bright yellow. And again, it doesn't matter what brand you use. And since for these all three of these, they all have the colored bead lots already in the correct color, I don't need that. I don't need like orange or green or blue or anything like that. But then for ones where, like this Black Panther custom, for example, I had to redo the chassis because I broke my last one. You can see that in there that they're originally red. And so, and like even on the inside of the tire. It was originally red, so I had to spray it gray, and then I had to go back in with a black paint marker and paint around there, just to get it to look right, or more so realistic. So that was fun to deal with. So those are the colors that you're going to need for this one. I'm going to go ahead and grab the colors up that I'm going to need for that one, which is only one more color for this one, and it's red. You're going to want to grab a bright red for it. There are other customs that require different things, but whatever. I'm not going to do that right now, because like, for certain trucks, if you don't have any like spare parts or anything, you're gonna have to like paint them and stuff. Because like for this one, for an example, I had to, the roll cage was originally yellow, and so I had to spray it gray, and the color I used specifically for it was a Rust-Oleum Gloss Winter Gray, just because it looked too close to it, and I already had it on hand, so I decided to use it. So there are just like different steps and stuff for different things, and so I'm just wanting to get the basics out of the way before doing anything else crazy. What I always do is I start off with the roll cage. That's the first thing I always make sure to do. And I'll just take the cap off, and then I go and paint all the things that need to be silver on here in silver. Like so. It's not done yet, but I go in and do a lot of things on here in silver, because it's the main color they had to use for the roll cage. So this is what it should look like in the end. Or at least if you're following my tutorial on how to do this, because I learned a lot of my tactics from watching other tutorials and stuff. And then some of them I have just learned on my own. And that was one of the ones that I learned from doing my own stuff. But then for if you do need to take the wheels off to get to like this part right here, the actual chassis itself, this part, if you ever need to take the wheels off, I learned that from someone else instead of figuring it out myself, because I didn't really know what to do. Sorry, my chair is freaking freaky. And then I set the roll cage off to the side to let it dry. It's just over here, out of camera view. See in the paint bottle, yeah, it's right there. And then what I go in and do is I take the yellow and I paint over the brake cover, because on the real trucks it's either yellow, or for Gravedigger's case it's green, or Max D it's orange. So I just go in and like paint it like that. It's a little difficult to see, but, and I go in and I do the bottom. Just by taking it across there. It's the same thing with the side, except they go all the way across like that. It's like for the side I go like, it's not good. I like that, and then I start making the lines like I do for the bottom. And for the bottom, I just go across those. I'm gonna try and get this one in the camera view, because it's extremely far. I'm not going to move that actually. Okay. What I recommend is that if you're working on multiple customs at one time, putting the screw back in the body, which I know I didn't do, but it's a recommendation. I'm just going to finish this up. So it should look like that in the end, and then I'll just wait for that to dry, and then I'll do the back. And when I meant put the screw in the body, I mean take the screw and like screw it back into the body without the body being on the chassis. So that way you don't lose the screw for if you're ever doing multiple different customs. So now the screw's back in there, it's not going anywhere. I do that when I'm working on just one custom at a time, even if I'm just working on one custom, because it's what I'd rather do. It makes it to where I feel a little bit more safe about where I'm putting the screws and stuff, and make it to where I remember. I cannot talk. Make it to where I can remember where I have them, and then after that, I go in and do the other side of the roll cage. I will do this part last. It's always what I do. I always do the paint last if it's ever needed. Unless it's spray paint. If it's spray paint, then I have to do it before. So I'm just gonna get this other side of the roll cage done. It's not really too visible. So yeah. You're gonna want to put that back on at the end before putting the body back on, more so after we're done with the brake cover, which is we're doing the rear now. And then I will show you all the process for the paint. And the painting process is going to be the same on both trucks. It's more so just I'm showing you the materials and how I do it. If you get paint on the wheel, it's okay. It's going to happen. Just cover it over with a black paint marker. That's why it's here. And then what I normally like to do is I like to look up reference images if I haven't seen the truck yet. But I have seen this scheme of Avenger. I just want to figure out whether I want it to be green beat locks or orange beat locks. So I'm going to get onto my computer. I have it here behind me, and I'm just going to look up Avenger green design and see which one I prefer more. And then I'm going to go off of that one from what I see. I'll put a timestamp down below for y'all to skip ahead in, because this might take me a while. So I can't decide, so I'm going to do more so a half and half scan on it, and I'm going to paint one half of it with the orange bead blocks and then the other half with keeping it green. And I have isopropyl alcohol, which can be used to remove the paint if I end up not liking the orange. So I'm gonna need orange for this too, but depends on which one you want to do. I think I might actually do both, because I have two Avengers of the exact same thing, so I might do both. Just not in this video, I'm not gonna show that. I'm gonna do this one with the green, not the orange, just so that way y'all can see how the bead blocks are done. So now I'm doing the paint. I'm just gonna move these back. And you can put the roll cage on now at this point. And I guess the body too. Let me just... This is what it should look like right now if you're wanting to put the body and roll cage on now. But if not, if you don't want to put the body on, then it should just be the roll cage. And if you don't want to put either of them on, then it should just be the chassis with the brake covers being done. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your paint tray, which in my case is just a nice tray. Put your paint in it. You don't want too much in there. My paint bulb's clogged. Oh, that's disgusting. Try not to put too much. My paint bottle is just all clogged up. Give me a second. I gotta get this. And if it's just dripping uncontrollably, we just start slowly flipping it, and it will stop. I'm just using an old rag for cleaning up the paint, and then I have a old cup that I'm using for the water cup. So grab a paintbrush that will fit about in there. Keep in mind I'm only doing 164, I will not do 124 or anything else. That one's too stiff, this one will work. It's not watercolor, but I still recommend wetting the brush if it's been used before, because it will soften up the bristles, making it easier to use. And don't be afraid if you mess up and get some paint on the bead blocks, as long as you just take like a rag or a napkin or paper towel, or if you already let it dry, just use isopropyl alcohol and just dry it up that way. Just wait for it to dry and put it on a Q-tip and take it off. You're just gonna want to get your paint, dip your paintbrush in the paint and just take it to the inside of the bead lock, making sure to get it all around. You're just gonna want to, like, again, if you mess up, don't worry. If it's still wet, you can just wipe it off with your thumb, or just take a rag to it or anything like that. Because I mess up all the time when it comes to doing it like this, so I'd rather just, especially when looking at it from a distance like I am, because I'm not looking through the camera. So it's a little difficult to do this and still keep it in frame. So your end result should look a little something like that. It's not the cleanest, but as long as it looks somewhat okay, it'll be fine. And if needed, just put more paint under your paintbrush and go back with it and touch it up a little bit. That's what I normally do. And if there's ever too much paint in there, you can just move on to the next rim. Get as much paint off as possible in that one, and then just take it back into this other one and just move it around a little bit, and it gets rid of some of the paint and lets you use it on the next one. So that's what that should look like. I'm not going to do the other side just yet. Yeah, I might as well. But it's not going to be in camera because y'all have the basics of it done. Give me a second. I don't remember what I was saying. So this is what it should look like in the final result. So there is that one. I forgot to close that. So now moving on to this other one, Avenger. Again, this will be the variant with the orange beadlocks because I need to show how to do the beadlocks because otherwise this entire thing is going to be useless. So it's just the same beginning as the other one. Just take it apart, put the screw back in the body, yada. Now, first thing I'm going to want to start off with here will be, well, after, if you're gonna need to repaint the beadlocks, like what I'm gonna need to do on this one, I'd recommend doing the paint on the inside of here first before going and doing this. Like painting the beadlocks. And the beadlocks are this outer part of the rim. The part that I didn't paint gray on this one. So just for time's sake, I'm just going to go ahead and skip to me doing that. I'm only going to do one wheel for now, and then I'll do the rest off camera and show the final result. It's just the same process here, so I don't, for the painting part of it, so I don't need to show it. So again, it should look like that. Again, it doesn't need to look the cleanest, but make it look your best. So you're gonna want to wait for that to dry, so I guess while I wait I can do some of the other things on here. I'm gonna pull that image back up to look at the motor, because sometimes on the Team Screen trucks they have like different mufflers on the end of the motor, like different colors, because I know Axe was gold and then something else. So I'm just gonna look at this one. I'm gonna have to I have a video of it that's from this channel that I'm recording this on right now. Again, I'm pulling this up on my computer because I don't know what else to do. So the reference I'm using here has just a normal silver motor. Just because the chassis is already silver doesn't mean that the silver paint won't show up. Example, found that out the hard way. I'm not going to change it to where the mufflers are moving up because I'm not at that level yet. But yeah, I might as well show you how to paint the shocks. What you're going to want to do is you're just going to take it and just run it across it. This is the easiest way I've found how to do it. Other people have had other ways on how to do it. This is just the way that I do it. So yeah. So now that this should be dry now. What you're gonna want to do is you're just gonna want to put it on the edge, just like so. It's difficult to see, but whatever. And just spin the wheel around with the marker just there on the edge. And at the end, it should look something like that. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. I will show the final at the end, but for now, I'm going to just cut to the end of it. So let's see how this goes, or let's more so see what the final result looks like. Alright, I've finished it. This is the final result. Also, for the Teamscreen ones, I forgot to mention this. You're going to want to make sure that the chassis itself, this part of it, not the roll cage, which is this gray part of it, but this black part of it right here that I'm pointing at. You're going to want to make sure that that is black, so that way the roll cage doesn't flash up against the gray of the chassis. But, yeah. I don't know why he's here anymore. I'm not doing anything with him right now. So, yeah. That's how I make these customs. And that's, yeah. I will have all of the trucks that I have shown in this video posted on Instagram and Facebook. Except for this one. This one was just a personal project. I want to see how it would look. And I do sell these, and I will make a custom for you if you want a custom. So yeah, I will try to get those down below, and if not, I will just have the names, like the Instagram, my Instagram username, and my Facebook business account name put in the description. But yeah, I was bored and didn't know what else to do, so I kind of just felt like making something informational for once. I felt like doing this because why not? So yeah, that's a step-by-step tutorial on how I make the customs if you want to make them look like mine. I do not and will not make a tutorial for spray painting and things yet. I hope to in the future, and I hope to start eventually doing water slide decals, because I have two trucks over here that I'm wanting to make into Monster Energies at some point. And they've just kind of been sitting here because I don't know how to do that. I need to know how to, so I'm going to start looking up some tutorial videos, and then I will make a tutorial video of my own to show to y'all, and so on and so forth. But anyways, thank you for watching, and bye for now. One thing I forgot to mention before that I just ended the recording was, if you want gaming content, I have the link to my other channel in my bio for my channel. So if you want like Dandy's World, Cuphead, BeamNG Drive, all of that, it will be in the channel's bio. Like this channel's bio, go check it out. It is where I post majority of the time, because I like gaming. It's kind of that's the entire point. This is everything but gaming, and that's dedicated to gaming. So, yeah, I just wanted to get that pointed out. Go check it out. And if you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. Or just let me know, and I can continue making that type of content. I just want to make sure that I'm making what y'all want to see. And I just want to make sure that I'm doing what I'm doing right. So let me know what y'all think about this tutorial video. Let me know what y'all think about some of the videos on my other channel. And then join the Discord. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. I will find a way to link my Instagram and my Facebook business up to... I will figure out a way to put those in my bio in case you want to check them out at some point. So, yeah. Let me know what y'all thought. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.